Hello there, you eager beavers. My name is Andy, and this is the first, I guess you could call it the beta, or dare I say, early access video to my Let's Play series. And technically, early access is rather appropriate since I'm shooting this on with my iPad. Not exactly the most professional job, if you will, and I know the sound quality is probably going to be poorer than a pauper, but we're going to give it a go. So I apologize right now for any poor quality. Hopefully I can get a decent camcorder, and hopefully we can get a better sort of video out of this. So we are playing LA Noire. Since this is just a early access / beta / debut video, we're going to dive right into the first traffic mission. Now I am going to be quiet once the dialogue starts so that you guys can hear what's being said, because as we all know, this is a story-based driven game, and is, for those who have played it, you know it's quite a good one. For those who haven't, sit back and enjoy. It is a very, very fun game. The driver's seat. Also forgive the shakiness of the camera at times, because, like I said, shooting this on an
Here's your
iPad.
desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
This is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
Heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along. I'm here to learn, detectives. Oh, he's an intense one, isn't he, Mel?
Who's that?
The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advisor.
They all dressed like movie stars? Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of LA is his audience. What is that supposed to mean? Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
Now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole.
The
Stefan
other
Burkowski.
officer
Hope you like work, kid.
that the captain there was referring to, he didn't actually say his
Okay,
name, but the other
okay, can it, guys.
soldier in World War II that got the Silver Star that would then go on to work for the Los Angeles Police Department was one Lynn Buck Compton from the Band of Brothers,
Screw up.
well-known television program, and Easy Company, 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment.
Suspicious vehicle, signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
I don't want to arrest the kid. They just gave him a dusting. He won't forget.
So, like I said, I'm holding the iPad up with one hand, doing the navigation with my left hand.
Through quick, didn't they?
So,
6 years on patrol before I got to this desk. You were here in 5 minutes.
so again, forgive me of the quality, because like I said, holding the iPad up with my right hand is difficult, and again, forgive me for continually mentioning that.
You know this place?
Sir, they're the old gas works and stealing people in the warehouse.
I'll direct.
I'm also going to let the game itself do the driving,
So,
just because.
Tell me a little about yourself, Phelps. Are we friends now, Bukowski? We have to work together. Don't be so touchy. Grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping. Went to college at Stanford. Did 2 years ROTC before Reno CS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early '45 as a first lieutenant. Caught in the Okinawa. I was wounded. Shipped back home. Did a year on the beat. Now I'm here. So you won the Silver Star. I don't want to talk about it. Now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs on this hill in Okinawa. No. You were up there all night, draped in the flag, knife between your teeth, gun at the ready, finished. The Emperor Hirohito himself leading the charge against you. I did my part, Bukowski. What did you do? I kept the streets of LA safe for the people. Yeah. Now I get it. Unfit for service. Fuck you, Phelps. I earned a bravery citation during the Zuda riots. Sounds like you had it rough. I did my job. No one is saying you didn't. I did 6 years as a patrolman. That's the third time you've told me.
The Zuda riots they referred to, if I remember correctly, was sometime in 1945, if I remember right. I could be mistaken, I probably am. It was before the whole Black Dahlia thing went down, which that began in...
That you, Bukowski? Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
I remember correctly, began in January 1946, I believe it was.
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working stick.
Just give them your story and you'll be all right.
This is your first case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're stumped. If you don't know what to do next, just come talk to me and we'll see what we do. Thanks, Stefan. You're okay.
However, having played this a few times myself, I don't think I'm going to need too much help, especially on this case. Pretty easy one.
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car, probably stolen. The solid citizen is Nate Wilkie. He called it in.
What gives with the corner?
There's blood all over the interior. Someone's copped a full Broderick, but no stiffs yet.
We have an owner for the car?
Car is registered to an Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right. We'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type.
Nice day for it.
How long are you gonna keep me here, sir?
If I could just remember how to interact with the clues, that's going to be the issue. There we go. That's right.
Detective Phelps. What have we got?
A lot of blood for a blood force injury. The victim must be in a very bad way.
Any sign of a guy?
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car.
And if I remember correctly, it's the X button. I can face the trunk. There we go. Got it. Piece of paper. What's this say?
Mr. F. Morgan. Picked up a lot of pink yesterday?
So it would seem. Alrighty then. That makes it interesting.
Victim looks to have lost a lot of blood.
It's like a Jackson Pollock painting. It's just blood all over the place. Now, generally, the best way to figure out which interactable objects are relevant to the case is if I can sort of the camera. You see those little yellow cards on the ground, little triangles. Those were put out, and still are today, to denote things that are of significance to a crime scene, i.e. evidence. Go and interact with this bit of pipe. And
Brand name might give us something to go on.
whenever you pick something up, you have to, you have to use the left stick to interact, or to rotate it, so that you can find out if there's anything on it that's relevant. What do we got here? A wallet. And kills me. They called him
2 years old, married. Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here?
They called them operators' licenses, not driver's licenses. And if you look up at the dates up in the upper left corner, they were only issued at a year at a time. And as you can also see by Cole's left thumb there, also had a thumbprint on there.
Happier times, I guess.
I'll be honest, this time period always intrigued me. It seemed like a simpler time in history, but it was also at the time rife with
Stencil glasses. Home repaired, by the look of it.
it was also rife with corruption in the police force, which meant you had to be real careful you didn't accidentally get mixed up in with the wrong crowd, otherwise you could be in deep. Let's talk to this young fellow.
Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car.
So far the lighting and everything, from my point of view, looking at this through the
So I
iPad,
called the police.
seems pretty good. It's surprising and pleasing. Now, if I just had some sort of harness that I could have it in front of my face, and I didn't have to use my one hand to hold this
I
up.
asked what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
Alright. No evidence to think he's lying, and he is staring me in the face, so can't really doubt it.
Did you see anybody else in here?
And I was right.
Somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
That's one thing you'll learn as you do the interviews like this, the questions, is those different tones. You heard the tone when I selected truth. That ding 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 means you got it. If you hear it a kind of a lower key tone, then, well, you'll know that you screwed up. Also, because as you can see, there's the check marks next to the purpose at scene question, and if I had gotten it wrong,
Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
it would have been an
No,
X.
sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
And once again, we have no evidence that would say that he's lying. And again, just like before, he's staring me in the face, so I doubt he's... So we'll go truth.
You ever seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars are parked here regularly, so it kind of spilled out.
And the pipe.
You found a steel pipe with blood on it near the car. You know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
And once again, no evidence, so...
When you saw the blood, was it wet, bright red, or darker like it was now?
Darker, I'd say. Looked dry already.
The cop behind him was shaking his head when he said that, like he didn't believe him.
The wallet by the car. Was there anything in it when you arrived?
You accusing me of something, mister?
We have no evidence that he did, or that he's lying, but he is acting kind of shifty, if you will.